the traders that trade automated are just using our platform because the platform is working. You're muted.
Guys, if you have a question, now is the time to send it in. Alyssa, if you don't mind collating the questions for me as well. As we ask Nick to tell us a little bit more about the future, the vision, and in particular, I know a lot of you are excited for who's excited for the debit card? Who's excited for the debit card? So if we can hear a little bit more about what we can look forward to in 2026.
There are questions already. Is this all automated? In tag markets, you need to register yourself. You need to deposit yourself. You need to do your KYC yourself. And then you need as well to choose the trader yourself, or you need to trade manual. So no, it's not all automated. But yes, our our CopyX platform, when you connect to one of the traders, then the trader trades automatically for you. Yes. What's the withdrawals ratio? Can you specify that question for me, please? Are there plans to get regulated in the UK or Australia, a more solid jurisdiction than Mauritius? Currently not, because we couldn't run the 12x and 24x in any other jurisdiction than offshore. So the UK would only allow us a 1-to-30 leverage. Same with Australia. They would not allow amplified accounts. My surname is Freihofer. What is the minimum amount needed to trade, please? It is $10. Can you add new traders to your platform? Yes, we are adding every day traders to the platform. Do we have? There's a lot of questions. Sorry.
Let me. I'll ask you the questions. I'll ask you the questions. Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I'll moderate. I saw you dive in there, but I know it can get a bit hectic. So maybe if you tell us a little bit about A book and B book. Somebody's asked, is tag an A book or a B book? And I know, of course, there'll be many people that don't even know what that means.
So A book means straight to the market execution. So the trader trades a position and the trade goes directly to the market. And B book means that the trade happens inside of the broker. So Des trades a position, gold, USD, and we can decide, do we send the trade to the market or do we take the risk on us? If Des wins, then we are paying Des. If Des loses, Des is paying us. There is no 100% A-book broker on the planet, but we are A-booking all of the copy trading strategies that are running inside of tag markets currently, and we are A-booking currently most of the structures as well inside of tag markets, because it is for us as well a no-headache business, and it's a no-risk business, and this is for us currently the most important thing, to grow it and to have the longevity of the system itself.
Absolutely. So this question from Kenneth is about regulation. I know that leaders know the answer to this, or should I say traders know the answer to this. But are there plans to get regulated in UK or Australia as opposed to only Mauritius?
Currently not, because the problem is that you couldn't use the Amplify account in the UK or in Cyprus regulation or in Australia, because it's just there's a strict leverage condition inside of the UK and Australia, so you would not be allowed to do it.
So in terms of future plans, are there future plans for any other applications?
Yes, we are planning to add Seychelles and SK Dubai.
Amazing. A really good question here. Do we have to worry about latency with CopyX trading, with growing numbers copying potentially one account?
No, the beauty about CopyX is it is only one trade that happens and not tens of thousands of trades that are happening at the same time. So it is one trade that happens on the master account of the the trader that you're choosing inside of CopyX. And after the trade is done, the trade is getting executed. and it's getting split up to all of the clients that were connected to this trader. So this is why no, there's no latency problem like in most of the other brokers, because it is not copy trading, it's a MEM. So there's only one trade happening, or not tens of thousands, where the latency problem is getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Amazing. I can see someone has a withdrawal question. This may be one to take offline. I did a withdrawal, need to wait 25 days to see. I'm not sure. Maybe that question needs a bit more context. You need to wait 25 days to see money back account. I think that's an individual issue, but at the same time, I think it needs a bit more information. When you say you need to wait 25 days, is there a bit more context to that? Nick, does that sound familiar to you?
No, but if you can write your CU number in there, then
I
we
think
can
so.
check it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's look into that as an individual case, because I know that's not an issue widespread at all. Okay, we'll talk about that as well. Any questions about trading? And this is not the call for that, because the way it works, tag markets and the traders, they're almost separate. Okay, they're almost separate. So this call isn't really about tag markets. Any questions for traders? I think should go to uplines and then towards the trader. Unless you wanted to say anything on that, Nick, but I believe that to be the case.
Yes.
No, I don't think I can answer that. I don't think there'll be any. I don't think there's going to be any licenses in the USA
No.
anytime soon.
There's as well a question, bro. My question is EXFUSION and Sonic is from Tag Markets. No. EXFUSION is a community that joined Tag Markets platform, I think 3 months ago, and Sonic is a trader that trades on the Tag Markets platform, but is not from Tag Markets.
If somebody wants to open a second sub account under the same main account, the same CU and email, in order to separate the compoundings from the original deposit, does this also have to be done by the 31st of 12 to secure the 24x?
Yes.
Absolutely. And I know there's going to be a question hot on everyone's lips. Are there any plans to extend the 24x?
Currently, we don't know.
Thank you. Is Exclusion and Sonic from Tag Markets? So yeah, again, just to reiterate, guys, that unfortunately, I've been a part of copy trading systems for a while, and brokers and copy trading almost act as separate things, because they're not tied in any way. You independently deposit into the broker, and then you make an independent decision to have your account attached to a trader. But Tag Markets can't take responsibility. Once you now make that decision, that's a decision that you've made, an autonomous decision, if you will. Keep the questions coming, guys. How are you adding traders every day? Are traders not vetted? Very good question.
We are vetting the traders on daily, basically. So we are checking if the trader is good. We are checking if the community is interesting enough for us as well, obviously. And we are checking if the traders have a past history, and we are as well checking if the traders are trading on our platform currently. But Tag Markets itself is not an investment platform. Tag Market is just a playground to let the traders in. And when a trader wants to trade for their community, we are letting them trade for their community. If then someone connects to a trader that they saw on the platform, that is the client's decision at the end to do to inform themselves about the trader, to inform themselves about the risk, to inform themselves about the potential profits that are being made, and so on and so on and so on. And Tag Market just shows the data and keeps the money for the client, basically, as long as they don't want to withdraw it.
Absolutely. I do want to make something clear as well. I believe I've deciphered that earlier question. So once you deposit into Tag Markets, that initial capital is locked for 30 days. But profits, of course, are released daily. People can withdraw and break even as soon as possible if they want. But I do want to add this, and that is prior to joining Tag Markets, I was actually the vice president of sales for a similar company that were trying to get to where Nick is now, but couldn't quite get there. And you couldn't withdraw your initial deposit at all. You only had your profits. In fact, most companies that operate similar to this, you cannot do that. So I actually was shocked when Nick said that you could after 30 days. So the reason why I say that is sometimes if we don't have the wider context, we may not understand the real benefits of what we're getting. But most people that have been in this kind of copy trading industry and prop firms and so on and so forth will know that that's never the case. So that is actually a very positive step in the right direction. And just to reiterate that there's nothing stopping anybody from withdrawing their profits and breaking even that way as well. So all things considered, I think that's very, very fair. I'm not sure if there's anything you wanted to add to that.
No, I fully agree. I'm just reading through the questions. Um, no, I do fully agree with what you said. Basically, look, guys, there was someone saying no hype, no nothing. No, I'm as well not interested in hyping the platform. I'm interested in giving the straight facts to what we are doing, and there's no hype needed for the platform as it is.
Some
When I
people in
get a
the UK are
24,
asking if there's any additional banking or deposit options for the UK coming.
yes, there is a British pound account coming. I think in 1.5 2 weeks, it's going to be added so that you guys can directly send wires via British pound.
Amazing.
When I get a 24x account, do I withdraw based on 24x liquidity or the initial deposit? You are withdrawing based off the 24x liquidity, but obviously you can't withdraw the 24x given liquidity. So you can't withdraw that in the case of you deposit $1,000, you're trading with $24,000. You obviously can't withdraw the $23,000. There was as well a question. My wife wants to know. Wait, I saw it. My wife wants to know why are tag markets and internet showing as a scam. Everyone is allowed to post anything online. Everyone is allowed to post any video online. And as well, when you're looking at Trustpilot, for example, there are, I think, currently 10 one-star reviews. All of those reviews are by accounts that were recently created and have only one review. So I don't want to say anything with that. But the problem is that everyone can say anything online, and obviously, when there's someone with a bad experience, they are posting about it. When someone has a good experience, they're not posting about it. That is just how the world works. And I'm, by the way, very, very happy if someone here has a Trustpilot account and wants to make some positive reviews. If they have positive experience with the platform, would be very happy and much appreciated. But yes, everyone can post anything. And at this growth where we are currently at, I do assume that we have a couple of people that don't like us that much.
You know, I found in my experience, a couple of people have sent me things that relate to another broker that happen to have the same name. So be careful of that, guys. And the second thing is, remember I mentioned that the traders are almost separate. You know, there were a couple of leaders that I spoke to that did have a negative experience, but it wasn't a negative experience with tag. It was a negative experience with the trader that they were copying, right? So if somebody has a bad experience with a trader that has had a bad week, guess what they're gonna do? They naturally, oh, I've lost the money with the broker, so you can start to see how things can be misconstrued. But I think Nick gave a very good answer there. Amazing. Is there a cap on profits that can be made on the amplified accounts? Hi, Tammy. Good to see you.
No, whatever profit is made, you can withdraw. What's the minimum deposit and withdrawal balance? It is $10 currently. Nick, the license number tag market is showing has been expired. Please update for credibility. You can directly go to the FSC website and check the license is active and is still holding the same license number. It just had a name change from Pure North Markets Limited to T.M. Financials Limited. Nearly a year ago.
Amazing. How many 10% for one to lose their account? Let's say if one chooses 24x or the rest. I think that's just I think they're just asking what the margin of error is. Correct me if I'm wrong, Graham.